Hey guys, and welcome back to another Random Distractions gameplay experience where we're playing Batman, the Telltale Series. And in this one, we just, actually in the last one we finished dealing with Falcone, but it seems like maybe he's not the one behind this, that it's all kind of a setup. And so now let's see what happens next.
Smoke could reportedly be seen from street level. Tonight, the Skyline Club, a high-rise mafia hangout in downtown Gotham, was the arena for a clash between the notorious Batman and alleged mob boss Carmine Falcone, who was found dangling over a 50-story drop. Bet Falcone loved that view. Though I'd say the crime boss getting his is well overdue, Falcone has slipped through the law's grasp for years. But after this dramatic arrest and evidence released by the GCPD's Lieutenant Gordon, Falcone's going away for a long, long time. And speaking of newly uncovered criminal dealings, this brings me to the story everyone is talking about: the Wayne family. For generations, the big W on the Wayne Enterprises Tower was a reassuring sight. You knew that there was something pure at the heart of Gotham, that this city, for all its faults, was built by good people. But with Thomas and Martha's shining reputation called into question, we no longer have such assurances. And even worse, it seems the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree. Gotham's greatest son, Bruce Wayne, seen here in the company of gangsters, may be just as crooked as his parents. In his defense, Wayne fired back saying,
"Whoever fabricated these lies about my family, they will get what they deserve. Understood?"
In a world where the Waynes, our golden family, are corrupt, who are we left with? Who can Gothamites look up to? The supposed hero Batman? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, we'll keep digging for the truth. But the prominent feeling throughout Gotham is that the Waynes' time in the sun is ending.
The suit, the car, this entire cave.
Master Bruce?
Everything I built! I created all of this because I didn't want any more innocent people to die! If Falcone's telling the truth about my parents, then what the hell did we do this for?
Bruce,
What have you been hiding from me? Alfred!
Episode 1, Realm of Shadows. Oh, okay. Did you stick up for Harvey in front of Falcone? You and 67 players defied Falcone by inviting Harvey into the private meeting. Okay. Did you provide a quote for Vicky's story? You and 85% of players chose to control the emerging Wayne story and provide Vicky with a quote. Did you break the dock shooter's arm? You and 51% of players showed mercy in your interrogation of the dock shooter. Who did you give the Falcone data to? You and 72% of players gave the Falcone data to Lieutenant Gordon instead of making the information public through Vicky Vale. How did Batman deal with Falcone at the end? You and 82% of players showed restraint and handed Falcone over to the police as safe and sound. Okay, so I did what mostly everybody else did.
when your parents died, they left me as caretaker of their estate, their son, and their secrets. I would never betray them.
Next time on Batman, the Telltale Series.
Your parents were good people, Bruce, no matter what that thug Falcone told you.
Then swear to me there's no truth to it.
The evidence you brought me on Falcone held up. Maybe I misjudged you.
Now Batman's beating up mobsters too. Wonder who he's after next.
Hell of a view.
Bruce, the Wayne name is toxic. I have to do what's best for my campaign. What's best for Gotham. I have to distance myself.
I will find the truth. Along down with anyone who stands in my way.
All right. So let's see if we can play now. Episode 2. Children of Arkham. An old friend becomes a new adversary as Bruce learns more about the Wayne family legacy, and Batman escalates the fight against crime and corruption throughout Gotham. Okay.
A revolution is knocking on Gotham's door. When this whole thing starts, make sure you're on the right side.
Mr. Wayne, thank you for opening your house to us. Together, we will change Gotham. Harvey Dent, Gotham's next mayor, and eager to know you.
Vicky Vale. Not interested. And reporter for the Gotham Gazette. Carmine Falcone? Is the Dent campaign soliciting votes from Gotham's biggest crime family?
Your father knew which hands to shake.
Don't you know not to corner a wild animal? It's dangerous. Bye, Bat.
This is Selina.
How many?
I'd have to count the pieces. Falcone's calling card.
The chemicals. Where are they?
We're all being played here, including you. Where's the money? It's the Waynes. Well, the Waynes are the biggest gangsters in Gotham.
I guess this is the back alley where they were killed.
To do this.
Only you now, Master Bruce.
Crime Alley, 5:38 a.m.
I thought I might find you here. The news was upsetting for both of us. But you should see this. I know you come here for solitude, Bruce.
Mob money behind Wayne Fortune.
His ties to the underworld. This isn't going away. It's all so public and messy.
People are throwing stones at my family, Alfred. I need to understand why.
It's my family, too. Don't forget that. I've been dreading this day for nearly 2 decades. I hoped it would never come.
Forget the papers. I want to hear it from you.
The truth is, they were billionaires, Bruce. You can't amass that kind of wealth without making certain moral compromises. It's just not possible. That kind of money taints you.
You kept their secrets for them.
I'm trying to help you understand.
Then try harder!
Hill greased the wheels of politics. Falcone was the muscle. Thomas legitimized the whole enterprise with his name. Your father, Hamilton Hill, and Falcone, they were partners. Nothing happened in Gotham without them knowing.
Falcone, the papers, they were telling the truth. Everyone knew about this but me.
I know it's a lot to take in. I want you to know I had my suitcases ready. I couldn't stand to be around your father anymore. But then they were killed, and you were all alone. And I just couldn't walk out the door. Everything I did, everything I've ever done, was out of love for you. I hope you can forgive me.
How could I hold this against you? You're all I've got, Alfred.
Thank you. I won't let you down again. This is the first time I've been back here since that night. When the police called me to collect you, I thought they'd finally arrested your father. I couldn't believe a low-life thug like Joe Chill would have the audacity to rob and kill Thomas Wayne. He was simply too well known. Too big. There it was.
If my father was that deep in crime, he would have had enemies.
Well, it's a fair assumption. You don't think? You always said it was a simple mugging. In 20 years, you've never wavered from that story.
I can recall every moment of that night in vivid detail. But maybe that's wrong.
Sometimes we block out things we don't want to face.
There was some detail I overlooked. I want him standing here, right now.
And what would the Batman do with his own parents' killer? The possibilities are frightening.
I take him to jail, just like any other criminal.
But he's not just any criminal, is he? He was stabbed to death in prison. No one mourns for Joe Chill, Bruce.
We came out that door and then walked down here.
He just wanted to protect us.
He thought he was invincible. Sadly, he was mistaken.
I can't picture him as a criminal. Not the kind I deal with.
In that moment, he was simply your father.
I love that movie. Saw it countless times at that theater. How long did it play there?
Only when you wanted to see it, Bruce. Your mother arranged the special screenings personally.
I never knew that. She was always so good to me.
Where exactly does the memory end?
With my father pleading, "You don't have to do this." And the gunfires.
And after that? There are considerable gaps in that recollection.
Maybe. Do I really want to know?
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here, guys. Thanks again for joining me for another Random Distractions gameplay experience. And yeah, that's kind of interesting. I don't like I said, I'm familiar with Batman. I've seen some of the movies, and but I've never really like read into the comics very much. So I don't know if this is taken from a storyline from the comics or not. But it's certainly not one that I've heard of until this game. So it is a rather interesting storyline for it. But yeah, I'll go ahead and stop it here. Thanks again for watching. Would definitely appreciate a like, of course, on the video, and make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you'll know when the next one drops. And until then, hope you have a good one.